It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. The game's first play, it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, they move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Watch 2.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
Had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're running it. Kill.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. My 50, my 50. Hey, can't. No. Off. Undercrush.
They try again with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun. Silver. Hey, receiver. Black. Shit. Check nine.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Alert!
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida, sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mostert. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Gordon, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
1st down, San Francisco.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get in the right room. He's
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Let's go. Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And some room to run now. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 39 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Go ahead.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Gun. Reset.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Rhino! Lucky. Two. Switch.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
2 times. Check 3. Kill. Wide. Tighten up.
Working out of the gun. Cousins flushed out right. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Tight down. There you go. Check 99. Shift. Sponge. Rose.
Now Cousins on 4th down. The open man is Smith. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Lucky 48. Gun. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 2. Right, 54. Wide. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, Zoo.
Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. extra point right down the middle. And this is now a one-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Slam, slam, slam. Jam, black, white. Jam, jam.
To throw, Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Good route here. Don't get nervous.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Alert flare. Hey, flicker.
On play action, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
I got this. 51. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 50. Check 50.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 40 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 1 quarter remains in this NFC WildCard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
But he's got Smith here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Check 52. Check safety. Back.
3rd and long for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quan Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check. Fresno. Switch. Bang. Hey, flicker.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 180. Watch the run. Check.
This is Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. Check 43. Hey, gun.
Now Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now it's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 21.
They run with Breida. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. He's back to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Cousins to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.